Where do I even start? I guess we'll just start at the beginning. I don't think this example really does anything new. It just kind of encapsulates many of the other topics that I've talked about in past ClayTrader mail videos. But I mean, this is very real in the sense of when you're not careful, you can have all sorts of different problems with your plans, your ambitions, and your quote unquote strategy from an overall perspective, as we're about to see here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read through the entire thing and we'll set up kind of a live quiz for yourself. Anything where you're just thinking, then just document it, and then I'll go back through and we'll break down each thing and why, it's a problem. So let's get to this, and this comes from a YouTube comment. This person says, "Dear Clay, I have been an avid follower of your content and I was hoping if you could possibly give me some guidance. I am currently a first-year student studying economics and I have a strong interest in finance, specifically going into trading. I have had some experience spread betting, but I noticed that it is not as easy as I thought and that I needed to properly educate myself first. So my plan is to learn from whatever is available online, whether it is free or paid, and start practicing trading real money. I am planning on skipping a practice account as I am aware that most traders that succeed with that account fail with real money, and I'm desperate to start with the real stuff. I don't have a whole lot of capital available, and as far as I know, I have two choices, going into penny stocks or spread betting. What are your thoughts on spread betting for my case?" You got them all written down? You probably have like a pad full of paper now written down. But let's just start at the first one. And this is what I noticed. Maybe I missed some things, but compare what you maybe noticed to what I noticed. I've had some experience spread betting, but I noticed that it's not as easy as I thought and that I needed to properly educate myself first. Now, before we start to nitpick, I do want to give this person credit for realizing this. And it's a very lesson that maybe you're learning right now. Maybe you're about to learn because you think this is all just some sort of gimmick. This is all some sort of sales pitch. But things aren't always as easy as what they may seem, whether that's spread betting, trading options, trading stocks, trading cryptocurrencies, trading futures, you fill in the blank. A lot of times people make things appear, make things sound a whole lot easier than they actually are. And that's the whole point of my channel, and especially this series, just to let you know that, is this stuff possible? Yeah, absolutely. But is it as kind of easy and smooth sailing as what other people out there try to imply, try to get you to believe? It is not. So keep that in mind, and here's a real life example of somebody that apparently had to learn that the hard way. And start practicing trading real money. Start practicing real. Is it me or something not adding up there? That's not how you practice, because when you practice, you are trying to get better at something. In other words, you are going to make mistakes. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. And that's fine because it's practice. But when you're practicing with a finite source, meaning it doesn't just grow out of the ground, it's not like time where you have a lot of it. Time's kind of a bad example, but money. If you were practicing with money, making a lot of mistakes with money, you are going to lose money. And unless you have a money tree growing out in your backyard, that's just a terrible idea to practice trading real money. That's the equivalent of baseball. Yeah, I'm going to practice my swing. Oh, when are you going to practice a swing? Oh, during a game. Wait a second. You're going to practice? I'm learning to play the piano. When are you going to practice piano? Oh, during my recital. Wait a second. No, see how that doesn't make sense? That's not good. You don't practice with real money. I'm aware that most traders that succeed with that account fail with real money. Now, that account is referring to the practice account, the demo account. And to this person's, credit, a lot of people do fail. But just because a lot of people fail doesn't mean that you are. The reason a lot of people fail is because they're not practicing with a practice account like you should. They're not properly practicing. And I'll put a video down below because it's one thing to criticize without providing a solution, but I am definitely providing a solution in the video down below. So just because lots of people don't even know how to properly practice doesn't mean that you can make the blanket statement. So yeah, a lot of people that they don't know what they're doing and they ultimately fail when they go to real money. Well, you can't make blanket statements like that. odds are if I was, a betting man, I would bet those people weren't even being realistic, weren't even properly practicing in the first place. So that's just bad logic there. You can't make blanket statements. Again, how do you properly practice? Check out that link down below. Desperate to start. I really don't need to say much here. As soon as you see the desperate word, I mean, that's kind of like a 4-letter cuss word in the world of not even really trading, just kind of life in general. If you're desperate to do anything, you're gonna put yourself in a really bad situation. So I don't need to say anything else. Desperate, he just really cussed bad. I don't have a whole lot of capital available. Wait a second. Earlier, he's gonna practice with real money, and I mentioned that money is a finite source because it doesn't grow on trees, but now he's got a small amount of capital, but he's gonna practice with that small amount of capital. Do you see all the contradictions here? Do you see why when you just kind of look at this, things are not adding up? So there's nothing wrong with small amounts of capital. There are ways to trade. There are ways where you can grow it. In many cases, as unpopular as this is to say, if you want to grow a small account, the ticker symbol that you should be trading is JOB. In fact, trade a couple JOB ticker symbols. You'll notice your account grows quite rapidly, but that's a whole other side point. The contradiction here is what just, and I'm not trying to pick on the person, but this is why this segment exists. So you can see just how the human mind can work and rationalize things and put together what, it tells you is a rational plan, but when an outsider looks in, which is what we're doing right now, it's kind of just like, no, this is not rational. As far as I know, I have two choices, going into penny stocks or spread betting. I'm not going to pick on the person here because they've already admitted that they do need more education, but this is a perfect example for you as a viewer of what a lack of education, what a lack of understanding, what a lack of knowledge does to you. What do I mean? Well, it gives you false impressions of things. As it stands right now for this person, due to their lack of knowledge, which again, to be fair to them, they have acknowledged they need more of it, they think that there's only two conclusions, spread betting or penny stocks. That's not true. Small accounts, as I already said, there are many ways that you can grow a small account, and it's not penny stocks or spread betting. And those are the things that come along with learning, with knowledge. And when you don't have knowledge, you are going to be making false assumptions about things. You're going to have, you're going to have an impression about something that's not quite right. And not in this, into this regard, but many regards. Another just basic example is, so did you plan out the trade? Yeah, I'm going to buy here and I'm going to sell here. Well, what happens if it doesn't go there or there? Well, then I'll kind of figure that out later. They think that a plan, a lot of people, just because of basic knowledge is, okay, you buy here, then you have to pick a sell point, and then that's where it goes. Or some people think, all right, yeah, I'm going to buy here, I'm going to sell here, but if it goes down though, I'm going to sell at that point, and that's 5% away. Okay, I'll give a little bit. You're on the right track, but 5% is just some arbitrary number that could really put you at illogical places to sell. And I'm not going to go into any more than that. That's the whole point of what I offer with the courses and stuff like that. But it's just an idea of when you don't have full training, when you don't have full education knowledge, you're going to be making false assumptions about many things. In this example, yeah, they think that there are only two choices, or spread betting or penny stocks. But the point here is that it can extrapolate out to many other areas of your trading journey. So I hope this person kind of figures things out. I hope this person watches this video. And as I've answered, what are my thoughts on all of this? But lots to learn from this example, a lot of things and just a lot of other considerations. But remember, as much, as there's so many bad things going on here, and as much as some of the contradictions are occurring, just remember that if the human mind can take somebody this far over here, there's plenty of other places where it could be taking you right now that you're not aware of. So, maybe tap the brakes, do a little self-assessing, and just kind of see where you stand in regards to all the different assets and, in regards to your plans, your strategy for your future as a trader. If you are out there trading alone currently and maybe are in the market looking for a community to join to assist you in your trading or to just help you, give you another set of eyeballs, then I do have a private trading community where you can trade alongside me and other experienced traders. So what you see popping up on the screen right now is both an information link. So if you click on the inner circle one, that is going to take you to the page where I explain all the details of what exactly come with the community, both the chat room and the newsletter. And then the other image that has popped up is a behind the scenes tour where you can see exactly what is going to, be contained within the community. I take you through, like I said, a behind the scenes tour of everything, and that way you'll know precisely what you are getting, when you join. So definitely check that stuff out if you are interested and thinking about, wanting to join a community, and let me know if you have any questions.